We're going to kick some butt today, but the B-U-T kind of butt. Now, honestly, I have no idea why it took me so long to do this video, because this concept and principle is very important and one where it really screws up a lot of people, always trying to play mind games with them. But the good news is you can see it very easily. The voices in our head, this is one of the telltale signs that they're kind of, impeding your growth. They're trying to take you down paths that you don't want to go. And if you've never made a trade before, then you may be thinking, wait, what? This guy's talking about voices in your head. I assure you, put some money on the line and you'll see that, hey, yeah, you have voices that you didn't even know about. But for those of us that have traded, you know exactly what I mean. And if you're ever, talking with another trader or just kind of, having a conversation in your head, if you see this word show up, then you know that there's some things wrong with your psychology. There's some things wrong with your perspective on the market. And this applies to those people that are new, maybe have never traded before, people that have been trading for a long time. And it can show up in many different ways. And I'm just going to go over a couple of examples that I see quite a bit. Be aware of it though. And one of the big ones that always kind of makes me laugh is they don't really say the word but the concept is there. I don't have enough money to trade, as they're sipping, their frate latte, la latte, whatever the thing is from, Starbucks. Essentially saying, I need my coffee, but, I don't have enough money to trade. What? No, that doesn't work. Another big one that I see all the time is, something like this. I want to study, so that's awesome. That person wants to study. But I don't have enough time. I'm going to go hang out with my friends. Fill in the blank. Things are going so well, and then all of a sudden, the but shows up. Is that you? I see it all the time. Somebody wants to study, and then they have some sort of excuse about why they can't do what they should be doing. They want to study. Another big one. I lost money. So they lost money. That's great. They're saying that they lost money. However, all of a sudden this shows up. But those evil market makers ended up manipulating the price. Oh, some news came out. That ClayTrader guy put out a video chart and it caused the price to go down. So yeah, I lost money, but what are they doing here? What are the voices in your head doing? They're deflecting the blame off of you now. You start off so close to accepting responsibility. But if you're using the word but, you're no longer taking responsibility. It's those voices in your head's very clever way, because they're making you think, yeah, see, you're doing the right thing. You want to study. Yeah, you're doing the right thing. You're admitting that you lost money, and then blaming it on something else. And these are just a couple of the many instances where the word but shows up and it totally invalidates, the area where you were going. For those of you that watch, my ClayTrader Mail segments, you know that I've covered this a lot, not necessarily in this way, but you see it quite a bit through people where they seem to be going down the right path, and then all of a sudden, the BUT word shows up, or however, or one of those words. I'm not an English major, so I don't know what they're actually called. I don't know. Not good statements for traders. That's what we'll call them in this video. But that's what shows up, and let me underline that. It's not a good situation. Again, it can be as easily, as clear forward as, I just don't have enough money to trade. But I just bought a new movie last night. Wait, well, yeah, so hopefully you see the disconnect there. And I see it all the time. The biggest one though is, I want to trade, but I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. And then, you dig further, and these people that don't have enough money, they're sitting there, smoking their 15th pack of cigarettes for the day, typing to you, or they're talking on their cell phone with all these different data plans that they don't need, and it goes on and on and on. And that's fine. If you want to choose some sorts of those things over trading, that's totally cool. But don't sit there and play the butt game with, oh, woe is me, nothing like that. So run an audit on yourself and, check that out. See if you have the butt anywhere in your strategy, especially if you have been trading. Are you throwing the butt out there? Are you casting blame on somebody else other than yourself for a losing trade? And because it's amazing, when you make money, very rarely does the butt show up because, well, yeah, you're going to accept full responsibility for that. But when you lose money, is butt showing up in your logic? And for me, just to share one final example, I lost money, but the stock I was trading got halted. A lot of the stocks I trade, I don't want to say it's like a guarantee that they're going to get halted because that's not the case, but they're very volatile and a halt could happen. But I have to catch myself because I got to look at Clay, look, you're the one that's choosing to trade these stocks. You know that they could be halted. So saying, hey, I lost money, but it was because a halt happened. No, you lost money because you decided to trade a stock that could get halted. There's a big difference between those two sentences and that mindset. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. I just want to share, kind of the but statement that tends to get me with those very volatile stocks that can get halted. Again, oh, I lost money, but it was because the stock got halted. No, it's I lost money because I chose to trade a stock that had a higher likelihood to get halted. That's the right way to look at that. And then you can, be more flexible from that point in terms of, well, do I want to still trade those stocks? What are better ways that I can mitigate the risk? And so on and so forth. The point being, you're putting yourself on a path of fixing the problem, approaching it in a better way rather than, well, it wasn't really my fault at the end of the day. So again, BUT is a word that us as traders, we don't want to see anywhere in our vocabulary, anywhere in our logic, because it's just simply tricking ourselves into thinking that, oh, we want to do the right thing, and then all of a sudden we cast blame somewhere else. Don't do that. You got to be looking in the mirror at all times when you want to become a trader.